Hey, this is the Entertainment Advice Channel. What I want to talk about today is how Disney is ruining movies. So I know a lot of people have talked about how Disney movies suck, so on and so forth, and Disney's this and Disney's that. What I want to talk about is not why Disney sucks, but also why they are ruining movies as well. So now that you know what I'll be talking about, let's get started. So when it comes to the topic of why Disney is ruining movies, why is it doing? Well, the simple reason why this is ruining movies is it simply mainly comes out of the fact of what I've heard seen, and many of them refer to as forced diversity. Okay, which is when they just randomly take a series like that literally has nothing to do with whether it be Asian, Black, Latino, whatever, and just randomly putting one of those people in it for no apparent reason. It could be a story that takes place in Europe, like for example Robin Hood, and they'll depict the main king of that particular film as being black, which from a historical, let alone logical standpoint, makes really no sense how that would even happen, especially in a country like that. But that's the type of things Disney is doing nowadays. They're just having these random characters, who are of different races, put into something that has literally nothing to do with the actual series in any way, shape, or form, and just randomly putting in these things through randomly forced diversity, whether it's on race or sexual orientation. They're trying to force diversity into things for people for no real apparent reason, and that is why they are ruining movies, for that matter. Okay, so when it comes to further elaborating on why they are ruining movies, is simply put it, when it comes to the idea of ruining movies, the truth of the matter is that when people watch movies, okay, people want to watch movies for entertainment. People want to watch movies for a good story, and so on and so forth. Just adding random characters in these particular series and stuff for no apparent reason honestly ruins the experience. Not only does it make people feel uncomfortable, it also ruins the experience in terms of people spend more time trying to figure out how we can include these people in, and obviously push a message instead of actually putting that effort into coming up with a script and a story that actually works. So instead of actually coming up with like, okay, how can we make sure there's no plot holes in this story? How can we make sure this story is actually enjoyable to watch they'll just randomly put in things like that just don't make any random sense, and just take out things that could have been added because they feel that it might offend people. Like someone might, for example, have originally for the script wrote like a fat joke about this person so fat and this and that, but they take it out because we might offend people or this and that. They just ruin things there. And as the truth of the matter about Disney is that it ruins things, and so focused on putting in a message in that it takes away the time for people to actually listen. Okay, and to go along with that, about diversity and stuff, is that the truth of the matter is if they're so focused on diversity, why, especially when it comes to black people, as a black person and stuff, say this, why don't they actually put that time and effort into actually coming up with black original stories? Africa is a huge continent, okay? Sub-Saharan Africa, particularly, makes up most of Africa, okay? There are so many stories from Africa you can cover that it's not even funny. So many legends, so many this, so many that you can cover. It's absolutely ridiculous, okay? There are so many stories. And to make it even better, a lot of these stories don't take place during make people feel extremely uncomfortable and happy when they watch this stuff and feel uncomfortable, whether it's blacks, ancestors, or whites feel uncomfortable saying that I don't look like what our ancestors did to them, that's a black flag and this and that, and so on and so forth. Why do they just do that? Why do they have to waste their freaking time just randomly forcing diversity and just randomly forcing diversity into series that already existed for a long period of time that absolutely would have had absolutely no black people whatsoever? Like, it's the problem I have with this stuff, and they've been doing this for years now. Disney's been doing this for years. Why don't you just create stories, original stories that are based on actual, genuine African mythology, or for any group of people that have been historically misrepresented. Okay, that is the truth of the matter. Why do they have to randomly add black, Asian, whatever, in scenarios that don't even relate to them? It's like Snow White. Like Snow White, it happened like during the medieval ages. At least from my view. And they casted Latino women who played a role in Snow White. Latinos even exist out there. Latinos are a mixed race of people that are a mix of white, Hispanic people from Spain, and native blood people from the New World. How the hell does that make any sense? And that's exactly what I'm trying to say. They just randomly add these things in instead of just actually focusing on the local stories. I'm sure there's a bunch of stories you could cover for African history that cover African people for fairy tales. I'm sure there's a bunch you could do for Latin America as well. I'm sure there's a bunch you could do for Asia or any other part of the world for that matter, instead of just randomly trying to force diversity on the people for storylines that don't even matter. Not even matter. It's not a case that they don't matter, but it just simply doesn't make any sense for the storyline there. Like, how the hell is somebody from a place like Africa going to go all the way to Europe? Like, how the hell does that make any sense? Like, that's what I'm trying to say, and that's really what I have to say for that matter. And that's why movies today, to put it bluntly, when it comes specifically from Disney, suck so much. And the simple truth of the matter, will it ever get better? Not in the foreseeable future, but maybe it will get better eventually. But the best way it will get better is when we start creating our own media and our own entertainment instead of relying on Disney to do it for us. So anyway, this is my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video and videos like this, remember to thumbs this video up and hit the subscribe button. And this is all I have to say, and simply put it, later.